I don't think Mr. Modi is a leader.
Okay.
He's a mass manipulator. There is a difference between a manipulator and a leader.
Have you met with Mr. Modi? How
Why would I?
You've not.
Why would I?
Okay.
I mean, even if there is a chance and a choice, I would choose not to. I remember Mr. Jaitley, who said disruption is part of parliamentary democracy. Well, I agree with him. The Prime Minister goes and ridicules India on foreign soil, saying कि भारत में पैदा होना भी एक जुर्म माना जाता था, बदकिस्मती मानी जाती थी. Then he goes and ridicules the poverty of Indians. घर में शादी है, पैसा नहीं है, and he starts clapping and laughing, chuckling. Imagine the Prime Minister sharing a platform with Donald Trump, where Donald Trump is openly threatening India with tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, and the Prime Minister smiles and comes back. Indian Express comes up with an expose that that money was meant for Bangladesh.
Right.
There is a stunned silence in BJP.
What happened in Haryana elections? There were a lot of talks that there was party leaders were not together. A lot of party leaders did not go in each other's rallies and did not campaign. What happened there?
Well, a review has been done.
There are organizational problems.
There is
in
always an
Congress,
organizational problem with a large organization like ours. There are organizational problems with every party. You know who keeps changing clothes three or four times a year and does all kinds of makeups and claims that he eats makhanas every day in a country where 80 crore people are dependent on free ration. This guy has the cheek to come and boast that he eats makhanas which are 2,000 rupees a kilo every day. Now, I don't know what was the pressure on Aam Aadmi Party to go public and say that they will not contest Delhi elections in an alliance. Perhaps they were under pressure from the BJP.
Hello and welcome everyone. We have Congress leader Pawan Khera here with us and we will talk about politics and ongoing controversies but also try to know the leader beyond politics. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Let's start with Delhi elections, sir. What happened there?
The elections happened. We fought on our own, improved our vote share and couldn't manage to win a seat like in the last election. So I think Delhi, electorally speaking, is a journey for the Congress party in which we ruled this city, we governed this city for 15 years, which was the longest tenure for any political party in Delhi. But then, of course, it got punctuated by the 2013 election, 15 election, 20 election, now 25 election. So, we haven't lost hope. We are sure that if we continue to fight the way we fought this election, because everybody is appreciating the fact that we really fought very well, fought very hard and unitedly. So if we continue to do that, Delhi will come back to the Congress sooner.
Why was there no alliance with AAP? Because when we asked them, they say that the Congress wasn't ready. Congress says that the AAP was.
I mean, strange. The first public statement was made by Aam Aadmi Party Gopal Rai. Soon after the Lok Sabha election, they went public saying that they would like to fight the Delhi elections on their own. Now, if in a relationship, two partners are not willing to be with each other, you can't force them to marry, right?
Right. But it was noticed that in several constituencies where AAP lost, the vote margin was equivalent to how much the Congress candidate got. Was it a strategic move?
How can anybody be so strategic and so precise in their strategy? If we were so precise, any political party can't be so precise in the strategy. Our strategy was to win. All political parties fight to win elections, not to make somebody else win elections, right? And we are the oldest political party in the country. As I said, 15 years is a three-term, is the longest period of, longest tenure any political party has got in Delhi. So we also have a right to fight. We are not sannyasis. We are not non-profit organization, NGO who will just sit at home. Obviously, we'll fight elections.
In Delhi, talking just about Delhi, do you think for Congress, AAP was a bigger challenge than BJP?
I would say both were our challenges. Okay. One of them got defeated. In the next election, we are very confident both will get defeated.
And with the last assembly election results that we have been seeing, where does India Bloc stand now? Well,
India Bloc is and was an alliance for national issues for national elections. Okay. It is where it is. Now, I don't know what was the pressure on Aam Aadmi Party to go public and say that they will not contest Delhi elections in an alliance. Perhaps they were under pressure from the BJP because we are told that the BJP has a lot of files on Aam Aadmi Party. So I don't know if they were being blackmailed, if they were being pressurized. You should ask this question to them. Why? What was the need for them to go public and say that they'd like to contest Delhi alone?
But Mamta Banerjee has also now given a statement saying that they will be contesting alone.
So I mean, then you can't ask the Congress. Though.
Yeah, but
Please ask them. All those people who
a
are
lot
making these
of people are
announcements.
also saying that Mamta Banerjee could lead India bloc. Where does Congress stand on that?
I mean, India Alliance took a call on coming together. All individual partners, all of us came together on a national agenda. So I don't see where this is coming from.
But sir, why are there not frequent meetings of India bloc? Why don't we see it? Last meeting was last year, I
Not
think.
every meeting is visible. There are
Okay.
times when you pick up the phone, call up everyone, get them on a common platform on any particular issue. So there are several such issues on which everybody is in touch with everybody else.
So, sir, you're saying in the back end, the talks are going on and the bloc
Obviously,
is
we are in
strong.
politics, we are in an alliance on national issues. So, off and on, everybody talks to everybody else.
Okay. Now we'll move to a little bit on personal front. So, how you worked with Sheila Dikshit, right? How was it?
Well, those were glorious years for the Congress party, for Delhi, for every citizen of Delhi. So, I think I got very lucky in terms of getting trained by one of the best in the Congress party and one of the best in politics of India.
Was politics always on cards for you?
Well, as a child, yes.
It was?
Yes.
When did you first?
When I was in class 5, I used to make those parchees for the Congress candidate in Udaipur, where I come from. So, and then when I grew up, I got into the youth Congress. Well, politics was always my first love.
And what about other hobbies that you found?
Music, reading, writing.
Okay. How was college?
Uh, well, college was a little disrupted because in my hometown, I protested against the last known sati that happened in 1987, Roop Kanwar in Rajasthan, where I come from. So my education soon after school got disrupted. So I had to come to Delhi to study, to do my college. That's it. College was good.
What was the motivation behind you pursuing politics?
I have no idea.
Just
It's not, my family was not in politics, but I've always been uh, drawn towards politics. And I think I very, very clearly remember I used to bunk school to go and listen to the speeches of Indira ji when she came to Udaipur, Rajiv ji when he came to Udaipur, and even Atal ji when he came to Udaipur.
and why Congress?
Uh, I can't think of any other party, any other ideology, because I think Congress comes closest to what India and Indian civilization is all about. Uh, live and let live, for example. What is secularism? Secularism is live and let live. Secularism is Vasudev Kutumbakam. So, Congress, the ideology of the Congress is the nichod of Indian civilization.
A lot of people said that in this Delhi elections, Rahul Gandhi's presence was not registered a lot. Why was that?
I don't think that's true. He went to so many constituencies, so many areas. Rahul ji, Priyanka ji, all our senior leaders were all over the place. So I don't think that's a fair thing to say about Congress party.
And in last assembly elections, all the results that we have seen, what lessons has Congress learned?
Well, whether you win or lose, there are always lessons. Every election leaves the winner and the vanquished with some lessons. We won Himachal, we won Telangana, we won Karnataka, we won Jharkhand, we won, of course, we are alliance partners in Jammu and Kashmir and Jharkhand, and we won both those. But there are still lessons learned for all these states also. And also lessons, of course, for the losers. There are always lessons. Everybody comes and tells us this is where you went wrong, this is where you went wrong. But when we win, nobody comes and tells us this is where you were right. So this is part of
Lots of
politics.
controversies around the voters list being increased in the last moment, EVMs. Where do you stand?
Well,
on
more than the machine, I think our questions are towards the entire election machinery, the election commission, the processes of election commission. For example, how can post 5 o'clock in Maharashtra, the vote share go up by 12%? So after 5 o'clock, where do these ghost voters come from? Number one. Number two, In 5 months, how can 40 lakh new voters get added to Maharashtra? Number three, how can the voting population of Maharashtra be more than the adult population of Maharashtra? So these are very valid, scientifically investigated questions that we've asked.
And what is the Election Commission's response?
Silence, no
Nothing.
response.
Okay. Now, moving forward, what is Congress's roadmap now?
Well, to fight, to evolve new methods of fighting, because the legacy media, especially the electronic legacy media, is obviously under pressure. They don't give any traction to the voices of opposition, which is okay. We understand their pressures. The new media, which is the social media, the digital space, is where we are also trying to focus on. But I think the case study of modern progressive communication comes from the Bharat Jodo Yatra, where Mr. Gandhi decided to go directly into the people, into the country, into the countryside, and engage with the people. And then his videos that keep coming with barbers and cobblers and coolies and farmers, so different sections of the society where he goes and engages with them. I think that gets far more traction than the legacy media.
What do you think is working for BJP though?
I think it's big money. It's a big collusion of big money and power. And through that big money, the capture of institutions. So there are various factors which have kept them afloat, but I have a lot of faith in the resilience of Indian democracy.
But do you think that the public is not inclined towards BJP?
Well, I would not say that they are uh, overwhelmingly inclined towards the BJP. No, I wouldn't say that at all. Even today, over 60-65% people are against the BJP. If you see the results. And BJP, we forget, is into an alliance now. This government is not on its own. So there is no overwhelming support for the BJP.
Okay. Uh, Now, BJP has accused Congress multiple times on international matters that, Congress leaders go abroad and they say things that are not right for the country. Where does Congress stand on
I
that?
mean, imagine the Prime Minister goes and ridicules India on foreign soil, saying कि भारत में पैदा होना भी एक जुर्म माना जाता था, बदकिस्मती मानी जाती थी. Then he goes and ridicules the poverty of Indians. घर में शादी है, पैसा नहीं है, and he starts clapping and laughing, chuckling. He goes and criticizes Nehruji abroad. He goes and criticizes the Congress abroad. Why? Well, we are living in an era where every word that I speak today to Indian Express will be heard and seen tomorrow in America. So, how does it matter where am I saying things from? What matters is what am I saying? Imagine the Prime Minister sharing a platform with Donald Trump, where Donald Trump is openly threatening India with tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, and the Prime Minister smiles and comes back. Now, that's an insult to India. Now, that's an affront to India.
The matter of US aid has been brought up in Parliament a lot of times, especially by Nishikant Dubey and other BJP leaders. And now, with the latest controversy, can you clarify a bit on that?
Now, it's a strange paradox of a situation when Donald Trump says that money went to India, BJP tom-toms that. Oh, 2012 agreement with S.Y. Qureshi, then Chief Election Commissioner. S.Y. Qureshi clarifies that not a single penny came in that. Indian Express comes up with an expose that that money was meant for Bangladesh.
Right.
There is a stunned silence in BJP. And I understand the reason for their silence. But they need to come up and respond to these questions. A, how did you allow that money from America to get into Bangladesh to destabilize a India-friendly government? You were not aware, that's worse. And if you're aware and yet you allowed, I'm sorry, we are conditioned by the India of 1971. We are conditioned by the Prime Minister's power of 1971, where America also had to get cornered and Bangladesh was born. How can this Prime Minister allow foreign money to get into our region and destabilize our region? Is our question. And I'm glad Indian Express pointed it out. But we are still waiting for answers.
So there are claims that Congress initiates a certain topic and goes and talks about it in the public, raises the issue as an opposition, and then loses it midway? Why is there no talk on
Well, I
Manipur
don't
anymore?
understand why you think that we lose any topic midway. The way modern communication is, the way modern politics is, the way our minds are now, the attention span, the collective attention span of the nation, of any society, is not more than what we draw their attention to on an issue.
Right.
I'll give you an example of Rafale. Rafale, we went on and on, exposed every aspect of Rafale for 2.5, 3 years. But does not mean that we ignore the farmers issue, does not mean that we ignore unemployment, does not mean we ignore some other issues. So this government has kept us well supplied with multiple issues every day. So we cannot ignore one issue just because we are raising Adani. Does not mean we ignore tariffs from the US. We'll talk about all issues, and we do talk about all issues.
I think Manipur has been sidelined a bit. Do
I
you
don't
think?
think so. Mr. Gandhi starts his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra from Manipur. He goes there to Manipur. Prime Minister hasn't yet gone to Manipur. We keep talking about Manipur. Every week, something or the other we do about Manipur. But I think this is a very unfair charge on the opposition, especially on the Congress party, that we are ignoring Manipur. Not at all. If there is somebody who is ignoring Manipur and who should not, if the opposition ignores Manipur, it's still pardonable. But the government should not ignore Manipur, and the government has continued to ignore Manipur.
What happened in Haryana elections? There were a lot of talks that there was party leaders were not together. A lot of party leaders did not go in each other's rallies and did not campaign. What happened there?
Well, a review has been done. The reports are there. I don't think I should make anything public. It's not proper to share everything in public. But, well, our state level leaders, our national leaders are aware of what went wrong, and we are in touch with each other and trying to correct
So
whatever
there
went wrong.
are organizational problems
There is
in
always an
Congress, right?
organizational problem with a large organization like ours. There are organizational problems with every party, including the BJP, including Aam Aadmi, all of them.
Let's talk a little bit about how Rahul Gandhi is trying to change his image, personality as a leader, and that is working also in his favor, like him wearing a white shirt and
T-shirt.
T-shirt, and it is widely talked about. How do you think this is going to impact the voter bank of Congress? Will it?
Look, what he wears is not the issue. I don't think that should be.
Symbolism, like a
Well,
symbolic
that's okay.
politics.
He lives a very simple life, and that's for everyone to see. That's fine. Unlike, who keeps changing clothes three or four times a year and does all kinds of makeups and claims that he eats makhanas every day, and in a country where 80 crore people are dependent on free ration, this guy has the cheek to come and boast that he eats makhanas which are 2000 rupees a kilo every day. Anyway, so unlike him, I think what Mr. Gandhi has done is that he's the way he lives, the way he thinks, the way he conducts himself, I think people are getting drawn to him a lot. Don't go by all these surveys and opinion polls, which are, we all know how they come and how they are organized and sponsored. But what he stands for and what he stands against is what we need to focus on. And I think that has come out very clearly through Bharat Jodo Yatra and the Nyaya Yatra both.
Hmm. Uh, we consider Mr. Modi as a mass leader. Do you think Rahul Gandhi has reached there? He has that kind of appeal?
I don't think Mr. Modi is a leader. He's a mass manipulator. There is a difference between a manipulator and a leader. Mr. Gandhi is a leader. There is a difference between a politician and a leader. That difference, if you want to see, Mr. Modi is the politician or a manipulator, Mr. Gandhi is a leader.
Let's talk about Parliament a bit. Mr. Gandhi's speech. Does he prepare his speech, or is there how does that
I think
process
he
work?
comes up with his own ideas, his own thoughts. He discusses those thoughts with the people when he addresses them.
And then it is discussed. BJP has also accused Congress that they disrupt the Parliament. They don't let the proceedings function.
I remember Mr. Jaitley, who said disruption is part of parliamentary democracy. Well, I agree with him.
Yeah, but the last session hardly any proceedings happened.
The responsibility of ensuring smooth functioning of the House lies with the Treasury benches,
Right.
not with the opposition.
But
Why are they afraid of discussing Manipur? Why are they afraid of discussing China? Why are they afraid of discussing SEBI? So many issues that we need to discuss. Why are they afraid of discussing those issues?
they say that they will discuss it when the proper procedure is being
I
followed.
mean, who decides that? We are also asking, seeking permission based on procedure. We are not violating any procedure. I mean, if at all someone understands parliamentary procedure, it's the Congress party, because we've been in government for the longest period of time.
So, do you think there is a bias?
100% there is a bias. You see how the cameras shift, you see how the mics go off, everything smacks of a bias.
So, now what is Congress's plan for future elections? Have you started preparing for
Even today, we have a meeting on Assam. Every day, there's some brainstorming going on some state or the other. And as you are noticing now, there's a lot of reorganization going on. New people are being appointed. Everything is there for everyone to see.
As a politician yourself, why do you think that do you think that the country needs more young politicians? Is there a dearth of it?
Well, 2004 and 2009 elections, when Congress won, UPA won, I think those two tenures saw the highest number of young people getting into the parliament. And that's a very welcome thing that was initiated by the Congress party. And since it's a young country, obviously more and more youngsters need to be brought into politics.
A lot of accusations on Congress since BJP has come in the government and formed the government. How do you deal with all of that? Because a lot of allegations are directed towards Congress leaders, including you, Rahul, Mr. Gandhi, and everybody. So how do you deal with it?
So when you are in power, you don't accuse, no? You act. If you find something wrong, please act. When you are in the opposition, you can accuse. The BJP has forgotten that over the last 11 years, they have been in power. So who are you to accuse? You're supposed to act.
As an opposition, do you feel that BJP is giving you a tough competition?
I mean, if we were in power, we would have given the same competition to BJP. I mean, for two terms, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Congress party and UPA were in power. BJP didn't know how to, win elections during those 10 years. So it happens in a democracy. There are times when they win, there are times when we win.
And how it's like being on the opposition side?
Well, it's quite good in the sense that it brings out the best in us.
Okay.
So I can say this very, very confidently about a lot of our leaders, most of our leaders, that being in the opposition and this kind of mahol that you see around us, the atmosphere which is of, actually they treat us like enemies, the BJP. I think this is bringing out the best in us.
Have you met with Mr. Modi?
Why would I?
You've not.
Why would I?
Okay.
I mean, even if there is a chance and a choice, I would choose not to. I don't consider him a leader. I don't consider him patriotic. I don't consider him a person worth meeting. Why would I meet him?
So this is the thing. So you say that they consider you as enemies, but I think that has also come in Congress where initially
I didn't use the word enemy.
Yeah,
We don't consider him as enemy, but not a man worth meeting. I have a right not to meet someone.
Sure. Any advice to young people who want to join politics?
Yes, please read more and more about India. Don't read WhatsApp messages. Don't go by what comes on social media, and please don't watch television.
Right.
But go back to history books. Read books. Read international history. Read geopolitics, and you'll understand where we stand in this galaxy of nations and where we need to stand in this geopolitical world order.
You talked about you have interest in reading books and music also. So can you give best 3 books that you have read? And
Well, I read a lot of Terry Eagleton. I like Terry Eagleton. I read a lot of books, Indian, foreign authors. The Best Democracy Money Can Buy, Palast. Good book. People should read that. So I read all kinds of books.
And what about music?
I like old Hindi songs.
Any favorite?
Lata Mangeshkar, Kishore Kumar, Mukesh, Mohammed Rafi, you name it.
Any song?
Several songs. Now don't ask me to sing.
Why?
No, I won't sing.
Why?
That calls for a concert. Why should I sing like this?
Makes sense. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir,
you.
for giving
Pleasure.
us time.